Quiet. It's starting. It's starting.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Snack Break Club. I'm Bog Drakenov.
And I'm Zero Consistency.
Great Scott, and I'm Bentley Michaels here. Back to the Future video game.
That's right. We're playing Back to the Future, the game.
And the DeLorean time car is parked right in front of the JP Penny.
Before we begin, would you like to see notifications when Marty has a new goal? Sure.
Yeah, probably. That might help you. Just in case you get lost.
All right. So I've never played this game.
I've played and beaten this years ago, so I don't remember a ton of it.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Emmett Brown. I'm standing on the parking lot at Twin Pines.
Whoa.
Saturday morning, October 26th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very kind of like claymation-y.
Yeah, it does not
That's
look
the
good.
Telltale Games treatment.
Come on, I need. Hey, boy, get in there. That boy. In you go. Get down.
This is
they got-
already
You got
making me want to
Christopher
go home
Lloyd
and
to
watch
do
this.
him like it's awesome.
Please note that Einstein's clock is in precise synchronization with my control watch.
You can tell obviously because he sounds older or whatever. but-
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
job, Einstein.
This is really making me want to go home and watch these movies.
So they did not get Michael J. Fox.
Oh, really?
It's an
No, they
impersonator.
Yeah, they got It's this Kevin Smith years ago. Him and Scott Mosier talked about it when this game first came out on a Smodcast, and it's like, yeah, it's this guy who does a really great impression. I forget. I'm gonna look him up.
Not me. The car. The car.
He does a really great impression. I like how they're like remaking this sort of stuff, like, cool, like from the perspective of the camera.
Yeah.
That's my favorite line in the entire series.
You're gonna say some serious
80
shit.
miles per hour.
My dad was just always laughed his ass off about power breaking a DeLorean. Oh yeah, you get to choose what he says.
What did I tell you? 88 miles per hour.
It's crazy to hear him.
Displacement occurred at exactly 1:20 a.m. and 0 seconds.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Doc. Disintegrated Einstein.
He sounds great though.
Yeah, he does.
Disintegrate anything. The molecular structure of both Einstein and the car are completely intact.
Where the hell are they?
The appropriate question is, when the hell are they? You see, Einstein has just become the world's first time traveler.
AJ Lacasio played Marty.
There you go.
1 minute into the future, to be exact.
He was born in 1987.
1 a.m. and 0 seconds. We shall catch up with
Oh, I can switch
You
away
can
from
alter
the
it, or
movie
you can be
dialogue.
true to
Yeah,
form.
let's-
He currently stars in the Minecraft
Wait a
web
minute,
series.
you put your dog
He's voiced Emmett
in a time
Brakowski in
machine
Legoland,
DeLorean?
the Lego movie 4D, A New Adventure. And that was because Chris Pratt was unavailable, so like he's a very good impersonator. And then he's Prince Lothar in the Voltron Legendary Defender reboot series.
Cool. Oh, we just missed my favorite line, which is, if you got to build a time machine, you might as well do it with some style.
Yeah, I think that's because you
My
altered
thoughts
it.
were, if you're gonna build a time machine, why not do it with some style?
You altered the line because you said
He
you
still
put a
said
dog
it.
in a time
Yeah,
machine.
he said it a little differently.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zero, did you see that their GMC is going to bring DeLoreans back?
GMC.
Yeah.
I mean, DMC, the DeLorean
DMC.
Motor Company,
Oh, they have been.
Didn't
They're
I-
using the new old stock.
as electric vehicles.
That would be better than
didn't I
the,
send you that link or something?
I think one of us sent it to the other, yeah.
that would be better than the piece of
Stock
crap
means
engine
there's
it
no-
had in it. They literally in the original movies they used V8 sound effects because
Freaking
the
hell.
engine was such a piece of garbage.
Notebook. Notebook.
Yeah.
Got it. Flux capacitor?
Also, thank you guys for indulging my whims. Like, I don't think you guys would have played this game if I hadn't been doing Back to the Future impressions, like on the Frank stuff, and then said, "This is the game we need to do," because this is gonna garner you a 0 audience.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, if I knew this game existed, I definitely would have put it on the playlist.
Yeah, or maybe like I mean, did it on Reddit. You know, I don't know if a lot of people have done, like, I know that there's like people who have done like all of the cut sequence stuff, and they put it together so it's like Back to the Future 4 kind of a thing, like which I think we talked about on like one of my Frank episodes. But yeah, like I love that they're using Silvestri's score. He's such a fucking and dude, the Back to the Future musical has just won so many awards over in England right now. Like,
Doc?
so great. And like the cast recording for the musical has come out. It's out on Spotify. Oh no,
Oh,
blinking lone pine. Great Scott, blinking
What
of
is it?
existence.
I've made a horrible mistake.
I like how there's so much story. Uh
whoa.
oh. Uh oh.
So this is not the prime timeline.
Sorry, Marty.
Nope.
Doc, come back! Doc!
Uh oh.
So this is an alternate reality of the game.
Oh, hello, wait. It's a fever dream.
Fever dream. So I think this is maybe after.
Everything okay?
I think this is maybe after movie. I'm pretty sure this is after the movie takes place.
I think
So like
it's after
kind
all
of
three
deals
of the
with, like
movies.
what the oh yeah. So yeah, there's the there's back.
It was
so
after
this
all
is definitely after.
the third movie.
Back in
Yeah.
good old 1986.
So like this is the sort of like aftermath, and this is also kind of like what the comic books deal with and stuff. Like we kind of talked about it when I was back on.
You're going to meet him over at Doc?
But like
Holy crap, I'm late.
The animated poster
Yeah,
for
there
Weird
it is.
Science in the background.
dun, dun, dun.
How'd they have it as J.P. Penney, but they had the Weird Science poster?
I don't know.
This game.
It might be the company who owns back to like it might like whatever company owns everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, Weird Sites might be like just one of those things that is kind of owned by all the same people or whatever.
It's amazing how careful you have to be when you make these things.
Well, I recently learned that in Demolition Man, when they are in the future and everybody eats a Taco Bell now because they won the franchise wars, they did not pay for that licensing for the VHS release. So on the VHS, Pizza Hut won the wars. And
really?
It's
So
poorly...
it's a different thing.
Yeah, and it's really poorly dubbed over. Like, they don't do any effort in changing the, like, lips to match them saying Pizza Hut.
Oh,
They didn't
wow.
re-record the scenes. They just dubbed it.
Did they have the
Wow.
same? Did they just have a random person doing the line?
I wonder
No,
if
it was the
it's
same
that
actors. They
Oh,
just
okay,
had
they
to
got 'em back
re-record
in
the
for it.
lines.
story consultant Bob Gale, which is great because like I know like he worked with the guys when they did the comic book stuff.
Are we too late to stop the sale?
Better late than never. You wouldn't believe how much rare stuff there is back here.
That's Doc stuff. The city has no right
Now, son, I know you're upset, but your friend's been gone.
He's a
for
great.
months.
I'm just
Really
gonna go on the
seems
IMDb
hell-bent on
right
using
now of
his
this
land for that
video
new
game and
parking
find the
garage.
voice actors because
Hey, is
he's
that
doing a
first
pretty good
edition
George
Jules
McFly
Verne?
as well.
to. It's just not fair. At least things can't get any worse.
There's not a lot of action thus far in this game. There's a lot of setup.
Hi, Biff.
Yeah, Telltale has a habit.
The old crackpot had any buried treasure?
Huh.
I guess I'm just remembering.
Telltale has a habit of what?
They have a habit of doing a lot of setup, and also a
Okay.
habit of making their games on the more depressing side.
I wish there... I don't know what the button is. There we go.
Does nature contrive it? So
Andrew
that you
Chaikin is
can
Biff.
intervene to prevent your own conception, for example.
Michael X. Summers is George.
Heard the original actor for George McFly did not agree with the way that they did the movie, so he kind of got pissed off at him.
Marty?
Oh well, no.
Now, Biff,
Crispin Glover, who
let
played George
Marty
McFly in
have
the
his
first
turn.
movie, the reason he
Come on,
wasn't in the
Mr. McFly.
sequels is because in Back to the Future 2, I know for sure it's been a minute since I've seen Back to the Future
Oh,
3,
this happened.
Junk.
but they cut
Biff.
to,
Sorry,
even though they reshot like all of that garage stuff because they had to because of Elizabeth Shue, and they've like reshot all of the stuff with like Doc like pulling up in the car and like all that, you know, the end of Back to the Future 1 they completely reshot, except for when it cuts to the doorway and you see George and Lorraine
Really?
in
See you
the
around.
door. That's from Back to the Future 1. And then there's some scenes like later in Back to the Future 2
Something foul?
where they're at you know, the 50s dance, and they use some footage of George dancing or something
Well, I
like
was
that
as bummed as anybody to hear that the old
from the
nutcase
first
did this,
movie.
but I'm not
So
above
you
thinking
think
to remain.
you think it's Crispin Glover, but it's not. They use this guy named Jeffrey Wiseman, and since they had molded Crispin's face for like the old man makeup in the 80s or whatever, they had a young Crispin face. So they took his face, which is the young Crispin that they would use in 1955, obviously, and they made prosthetics and they put it on George Wiseman. And so, like, if you look at, I'm going to find some pictures and I'll text him to Bog and he can put them up like in the stream if he wants. You can tell, like, there's a couple of close-up things where it's like Marty saying goodbye at the end of the dance, and like, and that sort of thing. And you can tell he's wearing, or even,
I think I'll hold on to it.
like when he punches Biff, there's certain things, and you can tell that like he's wearing. Here, Bog, I'll send you a side by side. And like, I mean, he's got the voice down. He's a great impersonator and that sort of stuff, and that sort of thing. But like, he is, I mean, that's why Crispin Glover got so pissed off, is that like, and he won a lawsuit, is that like, because they were using his likeness without his permission. So everyone thought, and then that's why they hung old George upside down in the future and that sort of stuff, because that was Jeffrey Wiseman with prosthetics on his face and that sort of thing.
Sorry, Marty.
But yeah, he won a Bog. I sent it to you, and so like he won a lawsuit, and there's like a bunch of stuff, and he's still mad because like Bob Gale, Bob Zemeckis, they've never technically formally apologized to him, so there's like this rift, and like that's why he's so pissed off. But yeah, he won millions of dollars and enacted something in Hollywood with like likeness rights and that sort of stuff, because of like, they basically took his face cast and then put it on another actor and then used old footage of him, you know, because he was like, I want the same money Michael J. Fox is going to make for the second movie, and they were like, no, because you're not Michael J. Fox and the star of the movie. And he's like, then I'm out. But like,
I only want that notebook because
yeah, and so that's like where the whole controversy comes from, is that, and yeah, he took him to court, he won a whole lawsuit, and like there's been a policy enacted since then for like likeness rights and all that sort of shit.
Never mind.
Wow.
Anyway, I sent you the picture. I don't know if you can put up on the cast or whatever. Oh, look, there's this tiny little guitar.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get that notebook away from Biff.
This explains why I fell asleep. I texted Bog and I was like, hey man, I'm playing the game. But I fell asleep in my chair, and this explains why. Because like there's so much setup, and there's like so little action of like what's happening right now.
Yeah, it's certain points where it just kind of drags.
Yeah.
Oh, try the amplifier.
Like, too many options. Yeah.
There we go.
Now we're talking. Let's rock and roll, baby.
I should have known that this would be the answer.
I love
from
the sound design on this in the movie.
He just
that
pinned the crap out of every needle.
Yeah. Oh, get that guitar, baby.
Get that guitar, buddy.
Hey, Dad, why's my guitar got a price tag on it?
Sorry, son.
Well, son, I didn't know if you wanted to continue playing the guitar. Dad, I fucking love the guitar. God damn. Look at this fucking speaker. I've got a bread box for a guitar. I need to plug it in. Such a weird little guitar.
Bloody goody. 1, 2.
Oh, nice.
Hey, look, it's Chuck Butthead.
Hey, McFly.
Let me show you how it's done.
Oh, Biff.
Now, Biff, I think that's Marty's guitar.
Oh, gosh, you're right, Mr. McFly. Here you
I
go,
like that
Marty.
it's hanging there
Here
like
you
it's got a
look.
strap, but like...
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking. That's it?
Man, you kids have ruined rock and roll.
What? He didn't.
I
It
guess
didn't work.
That didn't work, or just advanced things.
Man, there's so much setup to this stupid game. I'm sorry for bringing this on your stream.
If I have to,
Zero, you want to look up a walkthrough?
that's what I was just about to say.
I was like, I love Back to the Future, and then like, I'm like, this will be fun. We do voices, but God, I thought it would be like way more interactive. Like I've watched like I guess like when watching the like the sort of cutscenes or whatever. You look at that butthead.
I need to get the dad away from here.
Yep. Let's see. Arrive at Doc House, attempt to secure some more of his valuable stuff, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, you need to get George out of there, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, you kids ruin rock and roll.
Yep. George intervenes. Tell your father.
Hey, Dad.
You can fight your own fights.
Dad.
Biff, Dad, I know you're trying to help.
He talks a bit.
No, you're
game,
trying to help,
son,
but
he's not so tough. I've been dealing with him a long time. Believe me, I can handle it.
So can I.
I guess you can.
George
son,
looks like a
I'll stay
sleeping
out of your
raisin.
way.
Yeah.
You know where to
Telltale
does.
really does some weird stuff.
It's very kind of like
Keep looking around. Thanks, Dad.
almost like claymation-y, like the like Heat Miser, like that old like claymation thing, you know?
Wanna hear a number by Biff and the Biff Tones? Always happy to
Ooh,
play for
Biff
my
and the Biff
adoring
Tones.
fans.
There you go.
Oh, he turns it up even more.
Oh, he's gonna do the Back to the Future, blow him out. I like that since this apparently Doc has replaced the speaker just to have it blown out again.
Yep.
There's a little homage there.
Rock on, Biff.
It would totally 100% be deaf if that happened.
Yeah.
Just standing right next to that big speaker.
Doc, where are you?
Oh. Well, that was just to advance the plot.
All right, let's take a quick break and find out what that is right after this.